ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਡੰਡੌਤ ਬੰਦਨ ਅਨੇਕ ਬਾਰ ਸਰਬ ਕਲਾ ਸਮਰੱਥ ਡੋਲਨ ਤੇ ਰਾਖੋ ਪ੍ਰਭੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇ ਕਰ ਹੱਥ। I bow down and fall to the ground in humble adoration countless times to the all-powerful Master who possesses all the powers, who is greatest of the great. ਡੋਲਨ ਤੇ ਰਾਖੋ ਪ੍ਰਭੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਤੇ ਕਰ ਹੱਥ। Please protect me and save me from wavering. Please reach out and give your hand and hold my hand. Protect me. Give me confidence. Give me strength to face the obstacles. ਇਹ ਸਾਡੀ 101st ਗੁਰਮਤ ਰਿਕਾਰਡਿੰਗ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਗੁਰਮਤ ਟਾਕ ਹੈ। ਅੱਜ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਜੀ ਦੇ 2 ਸ਼ਲੋਕ ਨੇ, ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਅਗਲੇ ਰਾਗ ਦਾ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੈਂ ਸਿਲੈਕਟ ਕੀਤਾ। देवगंधारी राग है और गुरु तेग बहादुर जी का शब्द है और पन्ना 536 है गुरु ग्रंथ साहब का। तो गुरु तेग बहादुर जी के जो श्लोक ने अज 9वें ते 10वां। सब सुख दाता राम है दूसर नाहे न कोई कहो नानक सुन रे मना तह सिमरत गत होए। The Master Vaheguru, God, the Lord, He is the giver of all the peace and comfort. And there is no other equal to Him. परमात्मा ही सारे सुख देने वाला है, उसके बराबर दा होर कोई भी नहीं। कौन नानक सुन रे मना तह सिमरत गत होए। Listen, O mind, listen, meditating in remembrance on the Almighty, salvation is obtained. ਇਹ ਧਿਆਨ ਨਾਲ ਸੁਣ ਲਓ ਕਿ ਨਾਮ ਦੇ ਸਿਮਰਦਿਆਂ ਹੀ ਉੱਚੀ ਆਤਮਿਕ ਅਵਸਥਾ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਸ਼ਲੋਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੁਰੂ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਹੀ ਕਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿਤਨੇ ਜੀਵਨ ਦੇ ਕੰਫਰਟ ਨੇ, ਜਿਤਨੇ ਜੀਵਨ ਦੇ ਆਰਾਮ ਨੇ, ਇਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਪ੍ਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਨੇ, ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਨੇ। ਅਗਲਾ ਸ਼ਲੋਕ ਨੰਬਰ 10। ਜੇ ਸਿਮਰਤ ਗਤ ਪਾਈਏ ਤੇ ਭਜ ਰਲੇ ਮੀਤ। ਜੇ ਸਿਮਰਤ ਗਤ ਪਾਈਏ ਤੈ ਭਜ ਰੇ ਤੈ ਮੀਤ। ਕਹੋ ਨਾਨਕ ਸੁਨ ਰੇ ਮਨਾ ਔਦ ਘਟਤ ਹੈ ਨੀਤ। ਉੱਪਰਲੇ ਸ਼ਲੋਕ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਗੱਲ ਕਹੀ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਪੂਜਾ ਪਾਠ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਲਵੇਸ਼ਨ ਮਿਲ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ। ਉਹੀ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਕਿਹਾ, ਜੇ ਸਿਮਰਤ ਗਤ ਪਾਈਏ ਕਿ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਉੱਚੀ ਅਵਸਥਾ, ਆਤਮਿਕ ਅਵਸਥਾ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ, ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਇਹ ਮੇਰੇ ਦੋਸਤ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਦੀ ਪੂਜਾ ਕਰ ਲਓ। Remembering him in the meditation, salvation is obtained. Vibrate and meditate on him, O my dearest friend. कहो नानक सुन रे मना औद घटत है नीत। ये जीवन हमेशा रहने वाला नहीं है। मेरे दोस्त, मेरे फ्रेंड, मेरे मित्र, ये सुन लै ਕਿ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਜੀਵਨ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਘਟਦਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ। ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਨੂੰ, ਉਹਦਾ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਵਿਸਾਰ, ਫਿਰ ਵੇਲਾ ਹੱਥ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਣਾ। Listen, my, your life is passing away very fast. This is the time to hold. This is the time for meditation. This is the time to be one with him. ਹੁਣ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਹੈ ਦੇਵਗੰਧਾਰੀ ਰਾਗ ਦਾ। ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਲਿਆ ਸੀ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਰਾਗ ਦਾ, ਫਿਰ ਰਾਗ ਮਾਝ ਦਾ, ਗੌੜੀ ਦਾ, ਆਸਾ ਦਾ, ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਲਿਆ ਦੇਵਗੰਧਾਰੀ ਦਾ। ਇੱਥੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਵੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਹੀ ਹੈ, ਔਰ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਇਹ पेज 536 ਤੇ ਹੈ। जगत में झूठी देखी प्रीत, अपने ही सुख स्यों सब लागे, क्या दारा क्या मीत। The story of this life is very strange. We want to live for others. We want to give everything what we have to others. But what we find at the end, that we have no real friend. When the time comes, when we are in difficulty, then everyone goes away. Then nobody comes forward to help. And that is what Guru Arjan is saying. Jagat mein jhoothi dekhi preet. In this world, I have seen love to be untruthful, false, fake. People claim to be in love, but when the time comes, when the difficulties come, they turn their face away. Jhoothi dekhi preet. ਇਸ ਸੰਸਾਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੁਰੂ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਜੀ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਸਭ ਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਝੂਠੀ ਦੇਖੀ ਹੈ। ਵਕਤ ਪੈਣ ਤੇ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਦੋਸਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਫਿਰ ਅਗਲੀ ਲਾਈਨ ਚੋਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਹੀ ਸੁਖ ਸਿਉ ਸਭ ਲਾਗੇ, ਕਿਆ ਧਾਰਾ ਕਿਆ ਮੀਤ। whether they are spouses or friends, all are concerned only with their own happiness. ਭਾਵੇਂ ਉਹ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਨੇੜੇ ਦੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਪਿਆਰ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਲੇ ਨੇ, ਬੱਚੇ ਨੇ, ਘਰ ਵਾਲੀ ਹੈ, ਪਰ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਹੀ ਸੁੱਖਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੱਗੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ। They are concerned only about their own happiness. If you look into that, it is a reality of the life. We think people love us, but when we look from very close quarters, we find that this love is also selfish, for they are in love for their own purpose. मेरो मेरो सबे कहत हैं, हित स्यों बांध्यो चीत, अंतकाल संगी ना कहो, ये अचरज है रीत। They all say, it is mine, it is mine, it is mine, and attach their consciousness to moh. They are not in love. They are in moh, selfish love. Antakal sangi nahi kaho. And when the last moment of the life comes, they shall all go away. Very strange are the ways of the world. They all boast. They all say that they are there to help. They all say that they are in love. They all say they are friends. But when actually the time comes, they turn away their faces. Man मूर्ख अजू न समझत, सिख दे हार्यो नीत. The foolish mind has not reformed. नहीं समझा, has not reformed. And although I have grown weary of continual instructing, I have instructed my mind. I have told my mind many a times that this is going to happen, but still my mind does not understand. Man मूर्ख अजहू न समझता. I have been continually teaching my mind, training my mind, telling my mind about the falseness, untruthfulness, that people are not sincere. They are not in true love. They want only their own ends to get met and then they go away. नानक भौजल पार परे जो गावे प्रभ के गीत. One crosses over the terrifying world ocean singing the songs of God. For at the end of the day, it is God who is going to protect you. At the end of the day, it will be God who will come forward and give his hand to you and will protect you. It is God who is going to help you. So just remember him and forget about. I'm going to discuss today the concept of everlasting relationship. As we were just discussing about relationship and love from Guru Tegh Bahadurji's Shabads and Sloaks, that most of the relationships are false. But that does not mean that there are no real relationships. Today we are talking about a relationship with the Almighty. For a meaningful existence, everyone needs to build a relationship with others. Pain and grief, they result when this relationship is violated. The death or separation of close relations cause pain, and births and unions with friends and relations give happiness. Without a relationship, emotions are not invoked. We need to build a companionship with our Creator as well. Calling him just truth does not create a relationship and thus does not implore the emotions. The exponents of the world religions have made different relationships with him. The Christians and Jews call him as their father. A sect of Hindus call God as their mother. The Sikhs, however, see in God a reflection of all possible worldly relationships, such as father, mother, brother, friend, or guardian. It's a Shabad of Guru Arjan. Tu mera pita, tu hai mera mata, tu mera bandhak, tu mera prata, tu mera rakha, sabni thai. You all have come into this world as messengers of God. He has sent you. He has sent you into this ocean of suspense, fully equipped with lifeboat and other security devices. But with your own wrongs, you have broken yourselves away from those lifeboats. Your unlimited demands, greed, and pride have driven you away from Him. How can you pray and remember Him when your mind is full with worldly desires? Your failure to pray has taken you farther away from Him. You yourself have forgotten Him. You have become engrossed in your worldly possessions and have forgotten the way He had shown to you to live in this world as His emissary. You have betrayed his faith. How can you now expect favors from him? To re enter in God's abode and to have his audience? What should then we do? What then should we offer to him? How then should we pray? The answer to all these questions is very simple. Submit yourself to his laws and commands. Call him at least twice a day, once at dawn and then at dusk, and pray to him from your heart. The true worship has three basic aspects. The first aspect is a prayer consisting of thanksgiving. Second aspect is continued communication with him, that is meditation. And third aspect is the service of mankind. When a person does, if when in this life, if a person does a favor to you, then you thank him, either by inviting him over a dinner or presenting him with a gift of sweets or some valuables. How then can you thank the Master who has given you unlimited gifts? The answer is that by serving his creation, you serve him. If you give food to the hungry, or clothes to the naked, or a shelter to the homeless, then you actually serve God. This service of yours to the needy should be selfless. It should not give you any pride. If you build a shelter and name it after your son or daughter, then your act smells your pride. It reflects that you have done the service for your social ego and not in the name of God. Why? Be very careful, for pride follows you wherever you go, and pride and God cannot live together. You have to kill your pride to realize God. Otherwise, all your prayers and services are false, fake, and are not acceptable to the Almighty. The true worship embodies singing or listening of His praises and selfless service to His creation. To find God, you have to fall in love with Him. The lovers talk to each other with their heart without moving their lips, and lovers embrace each other with their soul without actually touching each other. Love is the vital point in a union. True love is the only reality. All rest is false. You can test a relationship only with love or hate. To realize God, we need prayers with love and selfless service with compassion. A service can only become a prayer when it is performed without the expectation of a reward. During his missionary journeys, Guru Nanak visited Lahore a number of times. There lived in that city a rich Khatri named Duni Chand. During the Hindu festival of Sharad, Guru Nanak visited him and asked him what point there was in feeding Brahmins when his father, in whose memory the Shraddh was being held, had not eaten for 3 days. Doni Chand, in utmost surprise, asked where his father was. Guru Nanak informed him that his father had been born as a wolf and was lying hungry under a tree in a forest about 5 miles away. Doni Chand at once rushed to that place with lots of food and was told by the reincarnated father that the unfortunate rebirth was the result of having done no service of mankind in his previous birth. Doni Chand later invited Guru Nanak to his house for a discourse. Over the door of the house were 7 flags, each representing a wealth of 100,000 rupees. At the end of the discourse, Guru Nanak gave Duni Chand a needle with the request that he returns it to Guru Nanak in the next life. Duni Chand took the needle and stored it with his wealth. That night, he narrated the incident to his wife. Good Lord, exclaiming his wife, will this needle accompany you to the next world? Next day, Duni Chand took the needle back to the Guru, who asked him, if a needle cannot go there, how can these mountains of wealth get there? Spend this on the poor, and God will bless you. Duni Chand thereafter spent all his wealth on the construction of shelters, schools, and clinics. And God blessed both him and his wife and released them from the pangs of reincarnation. Whenever we read a story also gives some instruction. This story of Dunichan, first of reincarnation of his father, and the second about his wealth, actually tells what Guru Tegh Bahadur has already told in his Shabad. Now, nothing will go with you in the next world except your good karmas. Accept your karmas, good or bad. Good karmas will get you reward over there, and bad karmas will get you punishment over there. This life which you have now, please spend it to do the best karmas. Help others, feed the hungry, clothe the person who is naked, and give the shelter to the person who is shelterless. This is how you are going to help the Almighty. Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru.